In sports tonight, Ruben Amorim says his team is the worst team in the history of Manchester United. Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 1. We start off with tracking developments in Niger State, where the evacuation of the victims of the tanker explosion in Suleja to tertiary medical centers in Abuja will begin any moment now. The federal government yesterday directed their immediate evacuation to ensure they get optimal medical care. Efforts to save their lives have continued following the tragic incident, with survivors now the focus of emergency response teams and medical personnel. We'd like to warn that you may find some of the images disturbing, and viewers' discretion is advised. According to reports by the Niger State government, 20 critically injured victims have been evacuated to Gwagwalada Specialist Hospital, where they are receiving intensive care. 2 others were transferred to the Federal Medical Center in Jabi, Abuja. These referrals were facilitated by ambulances provided by the federal government through a collaboration with the Ministries of Information and Health alongside the National Emergency Management Agency. Deaths toll from the explosion in Diko rose to more than 85 yesterday, with about 55 others severely wounded receiving treatment at various medical centers. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, who visited the wounded, announced an immediate federal government directive for the transfer of the injured to tertiary health facilities to ensure they receive prompt and enhanced medical care. The minister, who is concerned about the loss of about 265 lives to tanker explosions in the past 5 months, says President Tinubu has constituted a committee to investigate these accidents and recommend effective solutions to prevent future occurrences. The Niger State government has also set up an interdisciplinary committee to enforce the directive of the governor on the usage of the Diko Bridge by truck drivers. A senior reporter, Chanemi Bamayi, joins me now for an update on this tragic incident. Chanemi, good to have you join us at this time. Bring us up to speed on this evacuation. How many people have been moved so far, and do we have any updates regarding casualty figures?
So far, like you rightly said, 20 survivors have been moved to Abuja to give them proper medical care. The death toll today, as at 12 noon today, has risen to 98%, and we still have about 69 persons that were injured. You know, some were severely injured. That's a group that was moved to Abuja today, and then those that had sustained mild injuries, as some have returned to their homes just to nurse their wounds. About 20 shops were razed down in this inferno all along the Maje Diko Road. So that's the update that we have so far.
All right, and we understand some traffic rules have been given to prevent recurrence. Tell us more about that.
All right. Part of the problem that you find along that Maje Diko Road is drivers trying to take illegal routes. By illegal, I mean they would rather, instead of them going through the bridge, they would want to go under the bridge. The state government has directed that every driver coming from the Maje axis must go under the bridge, and those coming from the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway must go through the bridge. This is in order to ensure that there's a free flow of traffic along that part, and he is also directed that those that violate this law should be severely penalized, just to ensure that there's a free flow of traffic along that axis.
And still on that, do we have officials manning that point, at the moment to ensure compliance?
Oh yes, the officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps are right in that place right now, and the state, the other security agencies in the states, like the Niger State Traffic Management Agency, are stationed around that position right now to ensure compliance. And I hope that this will not just be for the next few days. It is going to be there for as long as it takes.
Well, that's the expectation. And Chanemi, there have actually been lots of complaints about indiscriminate parking of heavy-duty trucks along that route. What is the government saying or doing to manage the situation?
Oh, when you go through through that entire axis from the area called Lambata, in fact, when you go to Lambata right now, you'd almost there's a huge traffic issue there. because of indiscriminate parking, you find heavy-duty trucks parked on both sides of the road, making it difficult for even small vehicles to go through. This is potentially risky if nothing is done about that. Even when you go towards the deco axis, you find such happening. I think it's important that a trailer park should be provided for these people. You know, they usually park there to service their engines or just to take some rest. You know, if a trailer park is provided around that vicinity, it will ensure that these people will stop parking along the road. And right now, not much has been done concerning that.
All right, Chenemi, well, thank you for that update. We'll be back with you when we have more on the evacuation of victims of this unfortunate incident. Chenemi Bamiyi for us in Niger State. Thank you again, Chenemi.
Thank you so much.
Well, let's now turn attention to some other matters. The governor of Ekiti State